Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Viewers, I'm Mr. Saeedullah Khan is again in front of you having a good lectures. That one is corrections of verb and lecture number 1. Corrections of verb, especially in Karachi board first year syllabus, it is included, and as well as inshallah this corrections of verb will help you in your exams, CSS exams and your aptitude exams and TS exams, inshallah. If you will focus what I am going to teach you and try to make you understand, inshallah you will get and you will apply, inshallah you will get benefits and it will be proved. Corrections of verb. Before going to corrections of verb, we'll have come to know what is corrections of verb. What is the verb? So verb, I have already defined the definitions of verb and then the sense of verb in my previous lecture. That was the verb. Okay, this one is my lecture on the verb, corrections of verb. So you can find here the sense of verb. So what is a verb? So keep in your mind, mostly students says the verb, look, and I'm just going to explain here what is a verb. V-E-R-B verb. My dear, a verb especially modifies three things. Means verb can be an action word, A-C-T-I-O-N, action, W-O-R-D, word. Action word, also called a verb, and other verb, mostly people think that, many of people think that verb is only action word. No, only action word not. State. Second is S-T-A-T, state. State means which does not show any action. I'll let you know. And third one is shows P-O-S-S-E-S-S-I-O-N, possession. And in state is also, possession is also the forms of state. Okay, and there are many more: helping verb, auxiliary verb, modal verbs. Okay, and then linking verbs. There are many, but these are the three main states of verb. So action, state, and possession, which shows that is called action verb. So if you come to know and if you have understood what is a verb, then we'll come to the corrections of the verb. If you know what is wrong or what is right, then you can make it something wrong, otherwise not. If I say to you, this is a blackboard, but you will not accept my words. Why? Because you have a clear vision of the black. That's why you cannot accept my word that is a blackboard. You will say it's white. You have both visions clear, black and white. You know complete difference between black and white. That's why you understand what is black and what is white. Okay? So look at here, corrections of verb. In corrections of verb, before going to teach the corrections of verb, I'll let you know the forms of verb. How many forms of verb are there? There are only 4 forms of verb. Number 1, first form, second form, third form, and the fourth form. Okay, I'll write you the there's a little bit nearer so that you can easily. First, second, third, and fourth. Okay, these are the fourth form of the verb. Okay, if I say go, go is the first form. Went is the second form. Gone is the third form, and going is a fourth form. Okay, here are only the fourth form of the verb. If somebody says there are 5 forms of the verb, so my dear, actually he does not understand or comprehend the wrong meaning of word. He comprehends the wrong sense of verb. Actually, verb is not the 5th form. Verb only 4 forms. A verb can be found in 4 forms. Number 1, first form, that is called the base form or the present form. Second form is called the past form. Third form is called the past participle. And fourth form is called the present participle. These are the fourth form. If somebody says the goes is also the form of verb, my dear, goes is also not the form of verb. Okay? It's the usage of the goes. Okay? If I write here, look, I go to school. SCHOOL school daily. I go to school daily. Look. And if I write she goes to school daily, she goes to school. She goes to school daily. So my dear, what is the difference between here? Here is only the one difference. What is? That is the third person singular. So we use the singular verb. Here the first person, so we use here also a verb plural. Okay? But listen carefully, verb without s, this one, the same tense, the first form of the verb. My dear, it is not another form of the verb. Go and goes s form. Somebody says s form is the fifth form of the verb. No, it is your mistake of perception. Okay? So look at here, it is not a fifth form. The fifth, there is no fifth form. If somebody says no, if he insists, there's only the fifth form, that is S form. So I, being a very little learners, I just say, let me know, and just make the fifth form of this word. If you say there's a fifth form, so I just mentioned the B. The B, what is the first form, second form, third form, and fifth form? Fourth form. They are the fourth form of B. Okay? So look at here, every verb has four form. If I say B, first form of B is am or are. Second form of B was and were. Third form of B is being. Okay, and fourth form of B is being. So these are only 1, 2, 3, 4 form. But if somebody says no, there are 5 forms of the verb. So my dear, I will being a little learners, I just tell him or them, so bring the fifth form of verb. If they want to bring S form, so please bring the S form of B. If they want to say B, so I challenge them, not only you, the whole of who consider they are the 5 form of the verb, not only you, the whole South Africa, the whole world, South Asia and whole world, I challenge to bring the fifth form of B. Okay? बनाइए fifth form B की. What is the correct sense? So try to understand. What perception is another thing, the reality is another thing. Okay, the realness is only there are the 5 form of B's. Okay, please keep in your mind. Inshallah, you will not make mistakes. Okay, now many times I have already mentioned in my lectures and uploaded my lectures the forms of B. So I think so you have understood the use of forms of verb. So why did I mention the forms of verb over here? To make you understand the use of. First, initially we learned the use of first form of the verb, where the first form is used. Okay? Now, please be seated and try to understand what I am going to teach you. I am going to remove here and then put the heading, the use of first form. Okay? Put the heading, use of first form. Use of first form. Verb 1. Verb 1 means first form of the verb. If you don't, so use of the base form. B-A-S-E. Base form. Okay? I think so you have understood. The first form or the base form. Okay? Now, the number 1 use of the base form. I think so. You look at this, the first form and the base form of the verb very easily. Yes, of course. So, please clear this thing in your mind. The first form, use of first form of the verb. First, we use daily routine. When we talk about the daily routine, so we use the first form of the verb. In daily routine, I mean, suppose I get up early in the morning, I go to office on time, and she goes to school regularly. So these are called the daily routine. So in daily routine, we use the first form of the verb. Suppose I write here and one examples in daily routine so that you can understand. Suppose she goes to school. She goes to school at 7 o'clock. Yeah, at 8 o'clock. At OCLOCK clock. She goes to school at 8 o'clock. So it means here we use the first form because we talk about the routine. Okay? We talk about the routine. Number two. Okay? Number two, we use here the repeated action. Repeated action. And you will say and you will consider and you will think, sir, repeated actions or daily routine isn't the same? No, it's not the same. Repeated action means in daily routine the work is done repeatedly. Suppose if I say she washes, she WASHES, she washes the dishes. She washes the dishes thrice a day. Thrice a day, it means she washes her dishes thrice a day. It means the action is repeated. Okay, wait. Okay, we were talking about the daily routine and repeated actions. So repeated actions, we also use the first form of the verb. So look at here, we use washes. Thrice a day means दिन में 3 मरतबा बर्तन धोती हैं. So that is means action is repeated. Number 3, if we talk about habit, HAB, habit. Yeah, now we'll call about here. I will later. When we talk about the habits, it's also used. That one is. Next one, we use after to. To plus verb first form. When we talk about the infinitive, we call also infinitive. To plus verb first form is called infinitive. When we talk about the infinitive verbs, so we use here the first form of the verb. Suppose if I want to write here another example, I want, WANT, I want to go. I want to go outside. I want to go outside. I want to go outside. It means, look at here, we use the first form after to. After to, we use the first form of the verb. So look at here, first form of the verb. Look at here, the first form of the verb. So when we talk about the infinitive means to plus verb, so we use the first form. We don't say I want to went outside. Wrong. Okay. Now number 4. So if we know the corrections of verb first, then we easily understand where is the wrong form is mentioned or written over there. Next one is used after did. When we use did, the after did we use the first form of the verb. हम did के बाद भी verb की first form use करते हैं. Suppose if I write the sentence, he did not write, WRIT, he did not write a letter, LETTER, letter yesterday. Look at here, he did not write a letter yesterday. So my dear, after did, we use here also the second form. Did is used here, and we after did we use also the first form of the verb. So number 4, did after did we use also the first form of the verb. Number 5, when we use here the modal verbs, okay, modal verbs, MODAL, modal verbs, VERB. When we use the modal verbs, so after the modal verbs, we use here the first form of the verb again. Okay. So what are the modal verbs? I'll let you know. First, I'll give you the examples. So look at here. Examples. If I say she can speak, SPEAK. She can speak English. Englis, English. She can speak English. It means here's the can is a modal verb. Mv means modal verb, or again the first form of the verb. So after the modal verbs, we also use the first form of the verb. What are the modal verbs? I am giving you some examples, and the modal verbs I have already mentioned in my previous lectures. The verbs you can also find over there the lecture. So look at here, corrections of verb. The first lecture in the corrections of verb, you understand what is modal. Suppose can, could, may, might, M-I-G-H-T, might, will, would, W-O-U-L-D, would, shall, S-H-A-L-L, shall, should, S-H-O-U-L-D, should, shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might. Okay, these are the verbs shall, should, may, might, can, could, will, would, must, M-U-S-T, must, etc. These are called the modal verbs. After these modal verbs, we also use the first form of the verb. Today, we have learned here the 5 uses of the first form of the verb, or the best form of the verb. Inshallah, in the next lecture, we will learn more, because these are 12 or 13 forms usage of the first form of the verb. Inshallah, I will share with you, and you share with others. And please subscribe my channel if you do not understand. If you did not subscribe my channel yet, so please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Shad rahiye, abad rahiye. Allah Hafiz. Fi aman Allah.